A hunt that once seemed certain suddenly becomes a moment of miscalculation for the lion. It underestimates the prey's reflexes and moves too deeply into a dangerous range. Sharp horns, powerful hind legs, and pure survival instinct quickly turn into a formidable defense. When the lion fails, the savanna reveals that even strength has limits. But after that sudden counterattack, will the ruler of the grasslands retreat or move forward once again? Lions are among the most powerful big cats. Yet no hunt is ever guaranteed by strength alone. Prey can shift direction without warning, disrupt the rhythm of the pursuit, or use the terrain to escape growing pressure. Just one moment of lost momentum or a single miscalculation can cost the predator its advantage. In the wild, failure does not weaken authority. It serves as a reminder that power is always tested by balance. Across the dry grasslands of Africa, height serves as both an advantage and a risk. It allows giraffes to detect danger from far away, yet also makes them easier to follow across open terrain. With legs standing nearly 8 feet tall and a body weight around 2,800 pounds, an adult giraffe often avoids conflict by noticing threats early and moving away. But against the coordinated strategy of a lion pride, safe distance can disappear very quickly. When lions close in as a group, especially toward a young, weak, or isolated giraffe, running is not always the safest option. To reach the calf, the predators must first overcome the mother. As the circle tightens, she pivots carefully, maintains distance, and uses her long legs like a living defensive barrier. Just one lion approaching from the wrong angle can immediately shift the balance. Powerful rear kicks strike with remarkable speed, forcing the predators away from the danger zone. In those chaotic moments, every defensive movement must remain precise, as the mother protects the calf while keeping it in a safe position. Because of that, many standoffs end in caution rather than success. Even with advanced pack tactics, the odds of bringing down a fully grown giraffe remain extremely low. Across the savanna, retreat is not weakness, but a survival instinct when facing a creature so massive and resilient. Hippos are often compared to the living tanks of Africa. With massive bodies weighing more than 3,200 pounds and highly unpredictable behavior, they are not easy animals to challenge. One of their clearest biological limits is skin that must remain moist, causing hippos to spend much of the day in water before moving onto land to graze at night. That rhythm can sometimes create a dangerous opening where lions observe and wait for an opportunity. The instinct to feed pushes lions to test their chances, but the water's edge is not a place where they can dominate easily. If they move too close, they may be driven back by the hippo's massive jaws, body strength, and defensive reaction. For that reason, lions usually avoid direct confrontation in the water, patiently adjusting tactics and waiting for the target to move ashore. When the air cools, a hippo on land can enter the watchful range of a lion group. Once surrounded, it no longer appears slow and can suddenly burst forward at around 25 miles per hour over a short distance. A single change in direction can quickly alter the safe distance. Even when trapped in mud or pressured from several sides, a hippo is still not an easy target to overpower. Thick skin, heavy build, and sudden acceleration allow it to create enough space to break away from the circle. Lions may possess more advanced hunting strategy, but the hippo proves that defensive strength can sometimes be enough to reverse the situation. Across the African savanna, the lion's long-standing rival is the spotted hyena. They may not appear as majestic as big cats, but they possess remarkable endurance, a sharp sense of smell, and highly coordinated group behavior. An adult can weigh more than 160 pounds, with an estimated bite force exceeding 1,200 pounds per square inch, enough to make many rivals keep their distance. Within this ecosystem, hyenas are not simply opportunistic feeders. They frequently challenge the lion's position around recently claimed food. When a lion rushes in while hyenas are competing over a meal, the forceful approach can disrupt the group's formation. A few individuals may step back, but their urgent calls quickly attract more members closer. Hyenas rarely retreat far. They spread into a broad circle, monitor every movement, and wait for the right moment to regain the advantage. If a young male lion becomes separated from the pride while searching for food, the balance can shift. Hyenas close in from several directions, not through direct confrontation, but by constantly disrupting the lion and prolonging the tension. Each advance is designed to wear down its focus, forcing the lion into defensive turns and gradually reducing control. Even when a lioness has just secured food, hyenas can still tighten their circle, using numbers and sound to apply pressure. If a mature male lion appears, the balance often changes quickly. But without that presence, the meal may fall to the hyena clan. On the savanna, power does not belong only to the strongest. It also belongs to those capable of maintaining pressure until the final moment. When a lion leaves the grasslands and moves toward the river's edge, its dominance begins to weaken. There, solid ground gives way to soft mud, murky water, and unpredictable depths. The Nile crocodile rules that boundary. A large individual can exceed 18 feet in length, weigh nearly 1,100 pounds, and carry an estimated bite force of around 3,800 pounds per square inch. For a lion, crossing a river is not simply movement. It is a moment when the group stretches apart, speed drops, and reflexes become slower in the water. When a lioness leads her cubs through shallow water, every step grows heavier. With just one lapse in awareness, the surface can shift from stillness into chaos. The crocodile does not need to display its strength. It remains low, waits until the distance is close enough, then surges forward in a short burst. The objective is not a prolonged pursuit, but to break the formation and force the pride back toward the bank. The lioness immediately turns, shields the path, and pushes the cubs away from the dangerous water. Once their paws reach dry ground again, the confrontation begins to fade. The lion remains a formidable predator across the savanna, but beneath the water, the crocodile follows a different order. Nature has no permanent throne. Every territory carries its own guardian of balance. Behind the zebra's calm appearance lies a formidable defensive mechanism, rear legs capable of producing tremendous force. A direct kick from steel-hard hooves can generate an estimated pressure of nearly 3,100 pounds per square inch, powerful enough to force any reckless predator backward instantly. When the chase begins, a young zebra, weighing around 160 pounds, can quickly become the target. But at the edge of survival, the mother responds with a powerful protective instinct. In a split second, she pivots her body, turning weight into momentum to unleash a forceful counterstrike. Against thousands of pounds of force, the predator's claws, measuring roughly 4 inches long, suddenly lose their advantage. Nature has recorded many moments when zebras transformed a hunt into a dangerous reversal. The counterattack may last only seconds, but it can open a critical path to survival. The predator retreats, leaving drifting dust behind along with a costly lesson. Out here, survival does not belong only to the strongest, but to the one capable of delivering a decisive strike in the struggle to endure. Across the vast savanna, the African buffalo stands like a living biological fortress. An adult can weigh around 1,600 pounds, with a heavily built frame and curved horns that form a solid shield of bone across the top of the head. They are not as fast as antelope, but they compensate with endurance, resilience, and a remarkably strong herd defense instinct. For lions, buffalo represent a massive source of energy, but also considerable risk. A hunting group usually attempts to isolate the young, the old, or individuals separated from the herd, because confronting the entire group directly can become extremely dangerous. When they sense danger approaching, buffalo rarely panic. Many turn back, tighten formation, and create a living wall. The tension reaches its peak when a lion moves too close. Within only a few strides, a buffalo can lower its head and use the full weight of its body to drive the pressure backward. Others immediately move into position, disrupting the rhythm of the hunt. Without the advantage of surprise, lions are often forced to retreat. After the encounter, the lion's dominance no longer appears absolute. One wrong decision can shift the entire outcome in an instant. Nature continually reminds the wild that defensive instinct can be just as formidable as raw strength. If you would like to see more remarkable wildlife encounters, be sure to like and subscribe. As the tall grass closes once again, the savanna falls silent like a quiet warning.